Alright, welcome back to Kicking It with Britt. We're on a little bit different couch than sitting in front of the Winnebago, but we're still in a Winnebago, and we're with Chris Janson.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm enjoying my time here in Iowa, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, so is this your, I know you've come to Iowa before, so
yeah.
I know this is your first tree town, so
yep.
What are you thinking about this? We've got a little bit weird weather going on here.
Yeah, it's totally bizarre. I was out of my Jeep earlier today, and
yeah.
It was pretty hairy.
Did you
out
get
there.
rained on?
No, we caught a couple sprinkles, but it wasn't as bad as we were driving literally right through the middle of the storm, one side and one side.
Nice.
And yeah, but it's been good. I mean, that's just life of tour. I mean,
very true.
I've been caught in storms so many times I can't even count. So
yeah.
It's not even a blip on my radar.
You're just like, yep, fun. I'm here. Yeah, right. Kind of funny.
Right, exactly.
So you have been, you've just blown up the scene. I mean, I know everybody has probably said that to you, so well, it's awesome.
It doesn't get old.
It doesn't?
It.
Okay,
yeah,
good, good. Well, there you go.
We work really hard, as artists and songwriters, and especially me and my crew, my wife, and to get to where we are, and I really appreciate it. So.
Yeah. And you're up for a bunch of awards coming up, so kind of go through a little bit of that stuff you've got going on.
So, we won some awards this year, which was cool, but I never got into it for trophies. Like, I just got into it because I like to write songs and sing them, and I like to perform and just hang out and do music. It's just what I do. However, it's a great honor to win a trophy, and that's just really what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm nominated again. My recent nomination comes. I actually got 3 nominations: 2 for Music Row Awards, which are big, and so they tell me, which is, I guess, pretty cool. Like Breakthrough New Artist, I think, for male, and then for single record or something like that for Buy Me a Boat. But on top of that, the wing year nominated for a CMT award for video, and so yeah, I mean
that's very cool. And the video is a little bit different. I mean, now your stepdaughter, bonus daughter.
Yeah, my bonus kids.
Yes.
Yeah, so my bonus kids are in my Buy Me a Boat video and the Hold Her video for the new single, and as well as my youngest kids. And all my videos, my most recent all my videos have all been with family in them. So anybody you see, like you always see my wife in it, and my kids are always in it, of course. And then like in the boat video, my dad, my brother-in-law, some of my best buddies, my father-in-law's in it. We hang out with one of my best friends, and then father-in-law makes a short cameo in the Holding Her video.
Oh yeah.
But it was just random around the campfire. But yeah, I mean,
was he just like, what are you guys doing out here?
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
He's just an older version of me. I mean, we're very tight, and we're very much alike. So
very cool.
Yeah, I mean, we keep it a family operation, and that's just what we do, and music's icing on the cake. The fact that we do it for a living and we do it together, and I say together, meaning we travel together, and
I love you guys' little playpen that you had set up there. As we were walking by, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Yes.
The old K corral.
Exactly.
Well, when you have little ones, you got to figure out something, and it also just keeps people, just pedestrian traffic, from walking and crazy, because it gets crazy backstage. But it's a nice little thing. Toby Keith turned me onto that, and ever since then I got one, and it's worked out pretty good. Very
cool. So now that you're doing more on the road and touring and everything, other than just songwriting, what's one of those tips that you've kind of gotten from different artists that you're like, man, that was killer?
Well, I've palled up with several, and a couple have become really good friends. I guess one would be Tim McGraw, who's on the bill tonight. We're playing together, and
you guys are on tonight.
Yeah,
I mean, you're right before
right back to back.
Right.
So, which is cool. It was something we talked about last year, so I'm glad to see it coming into fruition this year, and it's going to be on several dates. He's a good guy, and I think that, I don't ever really talk to any of my buddies about anything as far as like what to learn or what not to learn, just because I think just because we're all artists,
right? And
we all do our own thing anyway.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing I pick up from guys like that, and I try to carry into my daily walk just as a human, is they're all really, the humility factor is really large with guys like Tim. Blake Shelton's been a great friend of mine, and a really good guy. We were on a tour with him earlier this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and even Toby and Keith and Luke Bryan's another great example of a good humility just shines all over him. And, that's a pretty remarkable thing. So
it is.
As I'm coming up through the ranks and finally having some hits of my own, that's one thing that I always like to keep in check, and it's really important to do that. So
cool.
On top of that, man, I just I always have loved what I do. I just continue to love it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And so there's a ton of places that you're coming up now. I know you got CMA Fest coming up also, and you're going to be on the road a bunch. Is there any place that you're really looking forward to going and playing?
I was looking forward to coming here, so Treetown.
Perfect.
So I'm serious. So I'm looking forward to this, the show here a little bit, and yeah, I mean, I got some pretty cool things happening this year. I mean, we're on the Buy Me a Boat tour,
nice.
Which is like over 160 dates, and a lot of them have been selling out, which is really nice.
Awesome.
And I mean, it's just awesome. I mean, you know, I've worked for a lot of years to get here, and so just so y'all come to life is pretty neat.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's kind of funny when they say, "Oh, new emerging artists," and it's like, "Wow, you've been at this for so long, though."
It's okay though, because I would hate to be like old and outdated.
That
artist
is true.
That nobody cares about. I don't want to be that.
We're back there, and he's been doing this a while, but
yeah, I don't want to be in that.
no, you don't.
So I don't mind being nominated and you know for anything or talked about as a new artist or whatever, because the more you get recognized as that, man, that just means that you can tack 10 more years onto a
there
job.
You go.
Hopefully.
Exactly. Job security.
Job security.
Definitely.
Shave face, lose 10 years.
There you go. Exactly. Well, perfect. Well, I appreciate you taking a couple minutes here and kicking it with Britt.
I appreciate you and all the people out there listening and watching. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Chris Janson. Request Holding Her, the new single, and check out the video at chrisjanson.com. I promise you will not regret it.
Perfect.